beautiful day.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good to finally meet you,
Yeah,
man.
you too, man. Oh, we're recording.
Oh, yeah, it's all
Sweet.
good. Yeah, we're
Well
live
done.
into it. Your coffee's right here.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Nice choice
Yeah.
of the Honda vehicle.
I figured you would enjoy that.
I do like
Alex Rossi,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Honda guy, drivers downtown, eating donuts.
Mhm.
You come to Longs before? You had to have, right?
So I came in 2016. So
That's a good year.
if I win this year, then
Yeah.
we're gonna be coming back every single year.
Rookie year. That's the only time you came was 2016?
Yeah. So maybe that's the missing secret.
Why have you not come back?
It's a good point, man. I don't really eat donuts.
Why not? Just not healthy? Big health guy?
So I'll tell you a little secret. So I knew we were doing this on Thursday or Friday?
Sure.
And then I kind of had it in my head. I was like, man, donuts do sound really good. So what did I do yesterday?
You went and got donuts?
I went and got donuts.
Where from?
Jack's.
Okay.
So do you want to know what that's called? Self-control.
Self-control. There you go. Dive in.
Sweet, man. I
I got 6 because I've been
Appreciate
getting
it.
a dozen, and that's a blueberry cake. That's a good choice. That's
Okay.
my favorite one.
That's great.
Yeah, it's super good.
So this place is famous, right?
Yes, this is the Indy staple. I
Okay.
got one here. I got one on the south side where I grew up. But
This is a lot better than Jack's. I gotta say.
luckily, Jack's is not a sponsor yet. I can just cut that out. We did have it on Thursday or last week with Connor, but you know, I mean, I would agree that Longs is more of my favorite.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming here at 11:30, and it's super fresh and tasty. I can't believe that that was a missing piece. Like, you came here in 2016, you won as a rookie,
Mm-hmm.
and then you haven't come back. This is the first time. That's insane
know.
to me.
Yeah. I've been trying to think about what I've been doing differently, and I guess this is it.
And
So this is quite a blessing. I
right,
appreciate you.
the so are you like, do you have like a nutritionist, like a dietitian? You're a pretty thin, fit guy.
Thanks, man.
What size waist do you? Probably like 30, 32?
31.
32. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you were close.
I'm 34.
That's good. That's fine.
I was probably at 32 before
Oh,
quarantine.
Oh,
And then Hinge told me the COVID-19. I didn't get the actual. I did get the sickness, but
Yeah.
then the COVID-19.
Right.
On.
It's
But
like the
do you have-
freshman 20 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But do you
Do I have a nutritionist? No.
Yeah.
I just try not to eat like a stupid person.
Okay.
Like, if you're gonna have burgers, then don't have hot dogs tomorrow. If you're gonna have pizza, don't have burgers tomorrow. Like, just, it's all about balance, right?
Okay. Yeah. So it's
So-
just you have to take it. What would they call that? Take it in. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Not regulation.
Moderation.
Moderate.
Moderation.
There it is.
Yep.
So you have to eat like a dumb person in moderation.
Well, no, don't eat like a dumb person.
But you could also flip it the other way and say eat like a dumb person in moderation. So
Sure.
that, you know, every 4 days you can
Right.
eat like a dumb person.
Man, I'll sit down to watch like a movie or whatever, like in my house, and I'll eat like an entire pack of red vines. The other day,
Red vines?
yeah, like
What are those?
licorice. Like
Twizzlers?
Like the better version of Twizzlers.
Oh,
So no.
there's a better version of
Oh,
Twizzlers?
hell yeah, red vines, man. No, but like I sat down and I ate one of those like entire boxes of dots from Target, like big box, like candy, like gumdrops.
Dude,
Man,
you have a weird taste in candy.
West Coast candy must be.
You're right, California kid. Yeah.
So, anyways, so I looked at the back just out of curiosity once I was finished. The nutrition facts. It's 4,800 calories. I was like, oh, that was probably excessive. I
So,
felt really bad after that.
That day you're eating like a dumb person.
I was eating like a dumb person. But so that's the thing. The next 2 days I had like kale and water. And so
I'm not a big
we're
kale
good.
guy. Do you like kale chips?
No.
Me either.
Mm-mm.
My wife cooks them up and they just smell horribly.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine how you can eat them
Well,
when they smell that badly.
kind of just force it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put some hot sauce on them or something like that, but then I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of eating healthy. But hot sauce doesn't have a lot of calories.
No, it's okay. Do you know what I'm really glad that I don't see?
What?
Was any jelly-filled donuts. Those are gross.
I'm glad you said that. I am not a big jelly filled. I'm not a big cream filled. I'm like, all the goodness is already there on the outside where it needs to be. Why do we need to
Yeah.
make even more of a mess and have a bunch of nonsense?
Is that a maple one?
As a maple.
Oh, man. That's the best.
Dude, you're okay. So you're right up my alley with the donuts. Maple and blueberry cake are my 2 favorites.
I haven't eaten today, so.
Nice, dig in. Yeah. Usually, like I said, I get a dozen and I waste them. Are you of the opinion that donuts are breakfast food?
Why are they paying the donuts for breakfast? See, I'm not a breakfast. I never eat breakfast. So I mean, whatever you want to be breakfast can be breakfast food. Why? I'm sure James, because I heard James was in here yesterday.
He was.
James has all these theories on breakfast foods, and pancakes and waffles and all this stuff. And
He got into them.
It's ridiculous. Like, eat whatever the hell you want for breakfast, and that's breakfast. Like, I've had steak for breakfast. I've also had ice cream for breakfast. It's irrelevant.
Steak?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Why not? Have you ever had like steak and eggs for breakfast?
Alex, that is a very important piece that you left out there. You said you had steak, not steak and eggs.
Okay.
Eggs makes it breakfast.
No, I've also had just steak. I've grown up with steak for breakfast.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Wow. I mean, you eat bacon.
I think you bring up a good point. And I've had like a cold slice of pizza at like 10:15.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like? For me, I have this weird mind thing where if it's like 10:52, I'm like, man, a burger just sounds gross. At 11:01, I'm like, let's go to
See,
McDonald's.
I'm
get a
that
Big
way.
Mac.
I'm that way with Diet Coke. So
Okay.
like, I love Diet Coke.
Uh-huh.
Like, if I like don't stop myself, I'll have like 5 or 6 Diet Cokes a day, which is not good.
Yeah.
But I won't have one before like 11:30 because it's like, it's the morning.
You gotta have a little cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
It's not quite the day yet.
But then as soon as 11:30 hits, just pour them down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good to go.
Let it eat. Yeah. So I mean, it can be. Yeah, it's a breakfast food. Why wouldn't it be? What else would it be?
I just have.
not lunch.
It's weird. Like I grew up on donuts, but my wife, my friend group, my like close group of friends who I have like a group text with and stuff. They're all of like, it's kind of like a dessert. Like it's like a pastry, you know? They're like, you want to have cake for breakfast. My wife said, you want to have cake for breakfast, like birthday cake.
But waffles are fine. They're the exact same thing.
And me and Hinch came up with a good thing. He was like, this is literal cake right here. That's icing on top. That is that is cake. Like it's essentially the same thing as a birthday cake.
Yeah, but so is a pancake with butter and syrup.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying is
Right.
like if this is okay,
Yeah.
plus it's like cops and coffee
Right.
and donuts and
Oh,
shit.
right. But I don't like cake, so that's interesting. Like I hate cake. I hate cupcakes.
What do you get on your birthday?
I don't. I also like birthdays.
Not even your birthday?
No.
You just don't like the attention?
Mm-mm.
You like when did this start? What age?
Oh,
Because as a kid, you're
no. I'd say probably 14, 15. When at that point all the people in my life were over 30, and it was like I didn't really have any friends, so I didn't care, and it's just kind of carried on.
Why didn't you have friends?
Well, because I lived in Europe, so most of my friends were like adults.
Okay. So you're always
Because I kind of went over to Europe early by myself, and so I was there
That
from
must have
the
been
age
tough.
of. Yeah, it was in the beginning. I look back on it, and it was an amazing experience. The only thing I regret is not learning a language because I was a lazy American and just played video games instead.
Made everybody come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna speak
English
my
is
language
the
in your
universal
country.
language. You're welcome. But no, so like I don't know, just birthdays I don't like them. I do like cinnamon rolls. So my girlfriend for my last 2 birthdays just got me Cinnabon. Like so that was
Cinnabon?
cool.
Dude, that's always like the best smell in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, walking in the mall, you can smell
What
cinnamon.
are malls like? I haven't been to one in a while.
Not great.
Yeah.
It's not a great time for malls.
No.
But I still find myself like
Yeah.
on Saturday afternoon if I'm just like bored, go to the mall, check out some stuff.
Very high school of you.
Did you do that in Europe?
No,
There weren't malls?
There's not malls in Europe.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hated about Europe was like if you had to go shopping, it's like you had to go to 8 different locations. Because like forget malls, but like Target didn't exist. So when you had to go grocery shopping, you had to go to like the butcher, the bread store. You had to go to like
The actual
the
things.
condiment store. Like you couldn't just go to one spot and get everything you needed. So it was a mission. Like when you needed toilet paper and light bulbs, it was like a 2-hour ordeal.
Man, that's yeah, we don't think about that because we just go to Target and we go to the $1 clearance section. We get all the little knick-knack goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just hop over and get all of our meats and all that. So
Exactly.
we're very spoiled.
Yeah,
That's
we're very spoiled.
we got to talk about. You don't think that we landed on the moon?
Oh god. Okay.
I've been told this multiple times now.
By who?
That's all I can think about.
By who?
You know who?
James?
And Connor.
Oh, right, Connor was here. Yeah. Why am I third? Am I your third favorite? That's
Because
okay if I am.
no, because you are. This has been like, you know what? Do you remember my buddy Ben Polizzi?
No, I know him.
Yeah. Dude, I've been on the Rossi track for like 3 years.
Okay.
Now, off track with, that was a good transition,
Yeah.
with Rossi and Hinch,
Yeah.
your podcast. Go check that out.
Yeah, check it out. Okay. It's terrible.
And I heard you're a grump, by the way.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You bring, you
That's my contribution to the show. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you don't like birthdays, so.
Mm.
But, like 3 years ago, sorry to bring it up, whenever you finished second. 2018?
2019 I finished second. 2018 I finished fourth. One of those years.
I think, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
No, it's right. You're right, because Pagano finished first in 2019.
Yeah.
And that's where you flipped off Oriol
Yeah.
Serbia, going down the
Real
brake yard.
dirtbag.
Yeah. Was that, I'll get to that. We're going to put that over there. But
Yeah.
I'm going to continue. Ever since that year, me and Polizzi, we had it. We hit you up, and you were like, yeah, let's do something. And then you just got too busy. and you kind of
I'm
blew us
sorry.
off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. And then
I really like your guys' stuff. It's pretty
Thank
funny.
you. Thank you. But, and so the pandemic happened, and so we didn't. So it's been
Yeah.
like a 2-year track
Okay.
where I've been trying to get Rossi
All right.
out.
So I don't take offense. It's my fault I'm third, so that's fine.
Yeah.
The moon. So there's this close group of friends in Indy that involves Connor and myself and a couple other guys, and hand on heart, we went to the moon. Like, I 100% think we went to the moon. It is so much fun for me, though, to rile these guys up and get them on the rev limiter about it, because I 100% can see the argument.
Okay.
Because, I look at it from a just a theoretical standpoint. We have trouble getting radio reception around a 2.5 mile circle, right?
Sure.
Sometimes.
Sure.
In 2021. And you're telling me that 80 years ago, we had the ability to send human beings thousands of miles up outside of the atmosphere, not thousands of miles up, but
No,
far up
Okay.
outside the atmosphere to land on the moon,
No.
do their thing, come back. Like, the technology is interesting. Like, I could see people's argument that maybe that wasn't a thing. The reason I know we went to the moon is because we measure the distance to the moon every day, and that's because there's a mirror on the moon. So I know we went to the moon. I believe we went to the moon. I believe America went to the moon. But it's really fun for me to always come up with some argument as to why we didn't go to the moon.
Well,
Like, we can't figure out if we're supposed to wear 1, 2, or 0 masks in 2021, the scientists, yet we had the ability to understand what we need to do.
that's fair. And now I feel like a jackass because I was just like, oh, Rossi doesn't. I'm gonna nail him about how he doesn't believe in we land on the
No.
moon. And you do believe in that?
I
we
do
land-
believe on well, I do believe we landed on the moon. Yes.
aliens.
See, I wasn't a big believer of aliens until I was having a moon conversation with someone.
Have a lot of moon conversations.
A lot of moon
Yeah.
conversations, yeah. And so, and here's my other argument not argument. Here's my other thing that, like, I could see people's point in terms of the conspiracy theories about not going to the moon. So, this all started kind of a Cold War, right?
Yes.
Right. Well, that's not
Isn't it
good.
funny how it's called a Cold War, but like if there was all the explosions from the cold, it would have been hot. It would've been
hot
really,
war.
really
I'm
warm.
glad it didn't become a hot war.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Sorry.
it's okay. So you had China, you had Russia, and you had America, right? All kind of it was a dick swinging contest
Sure.
for who could get to
Oh,
the
yeah.
moon first,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And if there was going to be any country that had the ability to create the perception that we landed on the moon in order to win said contest, wouldn't it be the company that, like, had Hollywood and had the ability to create all of these things? I mean, wouldn't it be? Versus Russia and China?
It's a very fair point.
Okay, so that's why it's so much fun for me to, like, get all these guys going in the other direction, because every time I bring up one of those points, they're like, well, but yeah, have you seen CGI from the 60s? It's like, okay, if we didn't have CGI in the 60s, we had the technology to go to the moon in the 60s, so that's why Connor gets very frustrated.
Well,
and it's a lot of fun for me.
It is. I mean, that does sound like a very fun, like Friday evening drinking a bourbon discussion.
Yeah.
But and it is wild to think about because they say like what you hold in your hand, phones.
Yep.
Now have more technology than what the first thing that went to space was.
Dude,
and it's
the first iPod that came out in 2006 had more technology than the spaceship.
So I'm like that. The ball's on Sputnik, to go up there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And Neil, what a guy. Like,
yeah,
amazing. So, aliens. This guy that I was talking to brought up an amazing point, and it hasn't been able to leave my mind. So, if you look at, let's just say 1950, 1960 to now, that is a very small fraction of time.
Very small.
In the existence of the world.
Yes.
Okay? No matter what you believe in, still a small fraction.
Uh-huh.
And technology went from kind of this flat level, right, to this exponential thing.
Yeah, the hockey, the hockey stick, like
It's
going this way and then gets the.
It took thousands of years to figure out how to make fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
To then all of a sudden we have self-driving cars and technology in your hand, right?
Does that worry you for your job?
No. So you have this massive exponential growth that happened, and it's like, what? We just got smart? Like we just got smarter, or was there some other world influence that gave us some sort of technology that allowed us to kind of break through this plateau and this barrier, whether this was the 50s or 1910 or whatever the hell. But like the early 1900s to now is starkly different. Whereas like the 1700s to 1900s, I mean, it's pretty normal rate of progression.
Yeah.
Okay? So like, explain that to me. So I see that as an argument for aliens.
So you say that we had an American Revolution with the Industrial Revolution, and we had the Alien Revolution that is currently we're living in.
Would that surprise you?
I mean, I guess that's the next step. What about, what about I go kind of American Revolution, Industrial Revolution, Digital Revolution. Okay. I guess that could kind of coincide with aliens. So you think that like when all that shit was going down though, like obviously now it would kind of be like, I don't believe anything is impossible to hide. Even with people, I feel like ignorance is bliss for everybody, so nothing is too big to hide because people don't want to see it or hear about it. But anyways, so what I'm saying is that like in 1940 or 1950 or whatever the hell, it's obviously even easier back then to like hide things. We didn't have Twitter,
Sure.
we didn't have phones, we didn't have any media, people protected the president, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So is that like the prime time, you think? Like the right after World War II, they come in right before JFK and they like do the whole thing?
It's an interesting timeline.
I mean, it's pretty like TV was just coming around. They basically just had like radio as like
but they also can't see the future, so it's not like they would have. I don't know. I think aliens are very possible. Do I believe that they existed? Potentially. I'm not sold either way. But I was a firm like no way in hell to like, oh, that makes sense.
That does make a little sense.
Makes some sense.
See, this is what happens when I don't prep anybody on the conversation.
It's okay.
I
That's
just
fine.
throw it out
We'll
there.
talk about the moon and aliens.
Moon aliens.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think of some other conspiracy. Bigfoot.
No.
You would have found it by now.
It's not like he's still alive.
What if there's more? What if there's like a whole civilization?
Then you would have found him.
There's a lot of room. I mean, you're a West Coast guy, like in Northern California and Washington and shit.
What,
all
they're
those
just
woods.
Expert hiders. Like nothing has found it.
Or the people who like get
and why is there no other like conversations about it?
The people who get close enough, like they
Die?
Yeah.
No.
What are you watching on TV right now? Do you have time?
I do have time. Man, I hate those because like whenever people ask, it's like I don't know what it's called.
I
really like Yellowstone.
You know what? A lot of people I've talked to, they say Yellowstone. It's a very
Yellowstone's
popular answer.
great show. What else am I watching right now? I just got into Billions.
Billions is cool,
Billions
man.
is cool.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's kind of based on like a true story, kind of.
That's awesome.
It's Steve Cohen, the guy who just bought the Mets.
Yeah.
that's loosely like kind of based
How
on him.
loose? Probably pretty loose. Because
It's probably pretty loose,
Yeah.
but it's like the general. I mean, all that shit's based on. You know what I
it's
mean?
based on something. I also just finished Ballers. I was really late to the party on that.
With The Rock.
Yeah. It's okay. It started out way better than it finished. It got kind of weird.
Yeah. Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
No.
Yeah, me either. People live and die with that. I don't know.
I don't like fake stuff. Like, I'm not interested in watching. Like, I've never watched Star Wars.
Sure, that's okay. I mean, that's gonna be one of the questions, but that's fine. You don't seem like you what. You seem too cool for that.
It's not cool. I just don't like. That's fake. Like, I'm not into. I mean, come on.
Oh, damn, dude. We have made lightsabers though. Those are real now.
Okay.
Do you know what lightsabers are? Like what?
I do know what they are. Are you
Darth
big Star Wars?
Vaders.
Is that Star Wars?
Star Wars shit.
So you watch Star
Dude, I
Wars.
got the Millennium Falcon
So you-
tattooed on my arm.
So you watch Star Wars? Yeah. Isn't
big
the
time.
Millennium Falcon like the world's most expensive Lego or something? Isn't there one?
Probably.
Like,
There's
a
some
super rare.
There's some ones that are like the size of that Impala.
Is that like an aperture 8-7f10? Like an aperture of a camera?
What does an aperture mean?
An aperture is like a setting on it, like a DSLR camera.
You into photography? Is that
No,
hobby?
I just know.
No, this is
stuff.
the final score of the Cubs Game 7 World Series win.
8-7.
8-7.
10.
Final the 10. That's like what the box score looks
Right.
like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Ivy for Wrigley.
Cubs a basketball team.
You joking? You joking? You are a Patriots fan though, aren't you?
I am a well, no, I'm a Tom Brady fan.
One of those.
So like,
It's all right. I don't judge fans.
no, I don't. Absolutely no. So I'm a Bucks fan now, I guess.
Cool. That's fine. And
Yeah.
it's I mean in your world like
I just love as looking at someone as a fellow competitor, right? And seeing the longevity that I'm a Scott Dixon fan as well for the same exact reason.
Sure.
To witness someone do that is special, and I don't really think you're gonna see it again. So like enjoy it. Like don't hate on him because he's winning everything. Like respect the fact that he's been able to do it for so long. I think that's
you know what? That's a winner mindset, and I think that's why you're top
Not
dog in
winning
IndyCar.
lately?
No,
Yeah.
but you're up there. That's a winner's mindset. I hate when people get mad about fandom. You know what I mean? Like people get on me a lot because I root for a bunch of different like weird teams and stuff.
cares?
But
like why
who
does it?
fucking cares?
Yeah.
That is the big.
It's dumb.
Dude, it's so dumb. And like sport with you. So individualized, it's like you have to like just like one person, you know what I mean? You maybe like multiple drivers.
Yeah.
Like I like you third out of
That makes sense.
Connor.
Hey, still beating 30 other dudes and women sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah.
How do you ever think about going by Xander?
No. it's a little too far in the what was that movie? With the gay fashion guy. Zoolander.
Really narrowed it.
Zoolander.
Oh, Zoolander. Okay.
Yeah, wasn't he Xander?
He was Zoolander.
Right, that makes
That's
sense.
the title of the movie. Zoolander.
So it's too far in that direction.
It's okay. So it's too Xander.
Would you start with a Z or an X?
I think you start with an X just to fucking beat that guy, dude.
Yeah.
And
X
also
marks the spot.
because, I mean, Alexander, like
No, that's how you spell it.
that's how you spell it, right? So you do the xylophone approach.
Do you go by Joe?
No, never.
Right.
Yeah, no, Joey,
Joseph.
never.
Okay. Joey.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking if you do ever go by.
Oh.
I was like, did you ever think maybe
Oh,
coming up
right.
would it be like, and driver Alexander Rossi, like it doesn't. I
No.
guess it doesn't sound as cool. No. Okay, man. You want another donut for the road?
No.
You should probably. I think you should maybe take the yeast. That's like what they're known for.
I can't have 3 donuts.
Okay. No, then don't take it. Bye.
How many did Connor have? Well, he's diabetic.
He's
He would
diabetic,
have
and I
died.
was a bad one to
How many
start
did
with.
James have?
James had like 3.
No, he didn't.
He was rolling.
Did he?
James talks a lot though.
James does talk. It's
So
annoying how much he talks.
he was eating and talking. I don't know how he's doing it.
Imagine having a podcast with him.
I know, right? Off track. Rossi and Hinch.
Hinch and Ross.
Hinch and Rossi.
He gets top billing.
Okay.
Because he's more important in
The grandmas like
entertainment.
him more.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's what he told me.
Well, yeah. I mean, when he finished, he was a dancer.
Exactly.
All I did was run around the world with Connor.
Connor.
And finished 4th.
Yeah. So maybe like the moms like you a little bit more, but the grandmas like Hinch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Cool, man.
Thanks so much.
Thanks
dude.
for the donuts.
Absolutely.
If we win, this will be a big deal.
It'd be a really big deal.
Yeah.
So bring it home.
Yeah.
All right.